So why you ain't call me? Good morning, my loves. I'd like to go ahead and let you know if you see the same thing I have on in my previous video, is because I'm doing a couple of them while I have time off, and I edit them when I don't have a lot of time. So thank you for being here with me, and we're gonna talk about some little gory stuff. So disclaimer, if you have a weak stomach, faint of heart, don't get down with the crime stuff, please, this is your chance to click off. I do have other videos you can go and check out, but this might not be the one for you. And I'm going to let you know this one going to be adult rated, so mature audience only. Thank you. Lingering to the disclaimer, the following content contains disturbing accounts of violence and sexual violence. Discretion is advised. Hello. I would like to let you know I am going to do this video just because I wanted to do it, but I do realize that it will be a lot of explicit things that I am trying to convey. So please bear with me when I try to omit words. Thank you. This will be the case crimes of Yosef Fitzel. And I'm sorry if I'm saying his name, but I really don't care. Yosef started building a dungeon in the 1970s, a vast cellular complex below his family's home in the quiet village of Amstetten in central Austria. One hot summer day, Yosef asked his then 18-year-old daughter, Elizabeth Fritzl, to help him remove something or install something in his basement. Let's move forward. Yosef told his wife, Rosemary, that their daughter had ran away. He did not let his daughter leave that basement that day. Yosef made Elizabeth down in that basement that day. He forced her down in there to write a handwritten note to her mother explaining that she will not be coming home ever again. After his swift imprisonment of his daughter, Yosef began to sexually assault her regularly. I would read the part that I was supposed to, but I don't want to even say it. Please go and research him. So let's get to the good part. After all of that, he held her in that house for approximately 20 plus years and proceeded to produce kids with her. In fact, probably having a kid the first time I go around. That particular oldest child was the reason why he got caught up. That child got sick. I won't mention any names because they're his family. That child got sick. After she got sick, her mother, being a good, kind heart mother, even if she was in solitude, desolate conditions, she had thought the best for her kids. So even if her kid was sick, she wanted to make sure her child was okay. That mother basically went to the monster she knew begged him to take her daughter to get proper medical care because all of her kids that she'd had from him were born in that house under the basement, well, under the house in the basement in a complex compartment. After he takes the child to the hospital, the child has some type of condition. And because the child has some type of condition, they are pressed to see her parents. He then tells the doctor that he's the grandfather. The grandfather, in fact, that had the child dropped off to him by his child, and she left again. So they gave him a couple decent days to get that child, which was his daughter, to come and see about her child. So when she did, they proceeded to ask her questions because they see that the same condition that the child has, the mother tends to show the same symptoms. After they press pry, the mother breaks down and tell the truth about what had happened to her, which was her father trapped her in a basement, conceived kids with her, held her for numerous years, made her a prisoner of just sexual activities, and then gave some of her kids away, not to mention. I feel for that poor young lady and her family moving forward. I hope they are all safe and sound away from that monster. Now let's talk about that monster, the inner workings of his brain. I don't even want to go there. In his childhood, his father, or grandfather, I would say, his grandfather and his grandmother could not conceive kids. So his grandfather would go out and have marital affairs and come back and bring a child out of wedlock back to his grandmother, and his grandmother would basically adopt the child and make it her own because she wanted kids. In his mind, I guess he thought that was right. And on his behalf, they said it is common for a child of an abuser to inherit or take on the same traits of the abuser when they get older. So this is a child of his environment, I would say, or a product of his environment. Let me get that right. It is quoted, "It is a general rule that people who mistreat other people have often been mistreated in various ways themselves." After his arrest, but prior to his trial, Yusuf basically admitted to all of his wrongdoings, which would include some sick things and thoughts that he had towards his mother. He also professed that he was a loving, attentive father to the children he had sired in the basement. After his trial, he was sentenced to life in jail in 2009. Afterwards, his daughter and her family moved on and changed their names as such. Okay, so I want to pick some brains. How do you feel about certain things about that? What made you feel cringy, and what did you understand or didn't understand about that situation? I really want to know. Let me know in the comments. One more question. Do these type of things make you feel uncertain about having kids with certain people, or do you think differently after you hear this story? Also, let me know. Have a great one. What is the craziest thing that y'all have heard lately? So why you ain't call me? I mean, what is the problem? You can call me right now.